Let me go! Oh yeah, that felt good.
You're very lucky. Rhea risked her life by dragging you out of that poison gas. Most Imperials aren't so partial to members of the Pact, but she's naive. Cleaning up a mess. I bear no responsibility for it, mind you. If Rhea and her diplomat father hadn't created such an uproar about poison-harming backwoods swamp dwellers, I wouldn't be here in the first place. Due to a clerical error, the Empire sent poison downriver in a trash shipment. Certain people feel we are responsible. Sloshing about in the muck is beneath me. But you don't seem to mind. How about it? Solid Imperial coin for cleaning up this mess? Rhea needs the husk of a giant wasp for some sort of container. I'm sure she'll be happy to tell you all about it. Just bring the husk back to our camp so we can get on with this.
Marius cares only for himself. When I was dragging you out of that poison, he did nothing. In fact, he mocked me. That poison wouldn't be here if not for Imperial incompetence. I'm here to make sure it can't harm any more people in this swamp. Imperial cities have thrown their trash into the rivers for years. The water takes it away from them, so what do they care? Well, I'm tired of us treating everywhere else like garbage. That's how this poison found its way to Shadowfen. I shouldn't tell you this, but I don't care about rank. The gas is an experimental weapon deemed too dangerous for use on the battlefield. It was supposed to be locked away in the catacombs of the Imperial city, but that obviously didn't happen. I've created an enchantment that will allow us to capture the gas. However, I need special containers to use the enchantment on. That's where the wasp husk comes in.
You want to die? They weren't expecting that.
Well, that took you long enough. Did you get stuck in the mud?
Don't mind Marius. He was ordered here to look after the interests of the Empire. But really, all he cares for is his own advancement. Excellent. Just give me a moment and... done. I've enchanted this container to draw poison within it. Place it in the path of the roaming poison. Once the container collects the poison, you can safely recover it. We need to hurry. I hope no one else has been hurt. Oh? I assumed you were part of the cleanup. What's Marius planning? I don't know you well enough to ask a favor, but I implore you to listen. I fear what Marius plans for the poison. Once you've collected the poison, bring it to me. It's Marius. He wants to speak with you. Please, tell him nothing of what I said.
You have a container. Good. Are you ready for what's next? Rhea and I will take care of the poison in this region. You handle everything past Hissmir. Once you've collected the poison, bring it to me at the disposal site near Zook. Rhea would rather do what's right than what's necessary. I'm a soldier. I don't have that luxury. Look, I'm willing to pay handsomely for your help. If you decide you don't want the money, be on your way. Let's move out!
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemekek's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
If you're another Dominion retainer come to mock our hatching ritual, we won't stop you. Not that we have a choice. The Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We continue to prepare for the hatching. They haven't stopped us from that yet. As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. But endangering yourself on our behalf isn't something I can ask. Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of first light and setting sun. As you walk amongst the Dominion, listen with care. We must know if they mean us harm. And look for Assistant Lixith. If she still lives, inform her I'll need her assistance.
Merry grandeur!
Here, I'll show you.
Keep your boots on. We're only here until the eggs hatch. Then the lizards get theirs, and we leave this muck wallow for good.
They're almost like the spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
What part of no survivors don't you understand, Private? These savages are the enemy. Once they complete the ritual,
But,
they die like the
sir.
rest. If you're so keen to argue, talk to the alchemist. It's his order.
Sir, Yes, sir. They're almost like the spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
What part of no survivors don't you understand, Private?
Have you come to stop the Dominion soldier who devours my kin? Keeper Uzathay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I'm sworn to the shell, I will not allow him to harm another. Make the egg he consumed his final meal. Spill his blood upon the ground where it may feed the roots of future generations. Show we fight to protect our young. He must pay for his crimes.
The lizard put you up to this? I'll eat her young.
Since the first egg cracked, the memories of the Hist have shown us our sacred role as keepers. Keeper Uzathay is eldest among us, and his wisdom will lead us through the Dominion menace. It must. What is to become of me?
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. Tell me, what have you learned of the Dominion's plans? There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done with this place. Something sinister is at work, but we have no time. The hatching will soon begin. Then there is hope. As the hatching approaches, the Dominion will likely observe the ritual. Would you stand with us, despite the danger? Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they... No, this cannot be. Bark and burn. What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all. The Hist. Our link is gone. I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion waited. To see if the hatching would fail. Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. You saw what it did to Ahate. The same will happen to our unhatched eggs. I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. It must be done. Save the unhatched eggs. Keep the eggs from the void. Protect our future. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void. Sithis, exchange my life for the void. Ah!
We must save the eggs. The Dominion. They're coming. The mist. It's killing the eggs.
void for much longer. Return to the void. Return.
He's gone. He died for the eggs. Did it work? Are they safe? Some, you say? They murdered our hatchlings, our children. Why? But you saved some. That is, it's a good thing. It must be a good thing. We must restore our link to the Hist. Without it, the hatching pools will never see our young rise from its cool waters. The Dominion can only cause such a thing with a powerful artifact. Then the danger is graver than I thought. The Nemec egg bears the memories of the Hist. Severing our link is the least they could do with it. Come, we must leave this place. Vice Cannon Servina. Thank the Hist.
What happened? If Assistant Talixis is with you, where are the others? Then we're too late. Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hissmir where they'll be safe. You handle yourself admirably against such odds. The Dominion would have killed half a generation of Argonians without your help. What of the Nemec egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it? Then we know why Rúvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Nemec egg to their homeland, they prevent every Argonian hatching ritual from afar. I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Haytamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Ayleid ruin called Loriacel. Hurry there and tell her what you know. If you'll excuse me, I have vermin to clear from the hatching pools.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
The Khajiit walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. Then wooden wasps would fly, bringing the Gwar down to the mud. The Khajiit gore the Hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. The Gwar watch the Khajiit, but do not understand. A weapon once gifted to the wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the Hist's dreams. Tree blood burns, and tree dies a lonely death removed from its sisters. The Gwar thanks the mighty Wamasu for its mercy. The Khajiit thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison, but the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Khajiit who burned its blood. The Khajiit think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Khajiit are brought down to the mud. The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully in which to wallow. These are what the Gwar needs. Leave conquest for the Khajiit.
I love a good fire. Reminds me of being a kid. Being hungry wasn't so bad when you were warm.
How will I ever get it back? I cannot perform without my lute. How will I ever get it back? I cannot live without my lute. Yes, that trickster, Arkishan, fooled me into playing her riddle game for a chance at winning some gold. When I failed to answer her riddles correctly and had no coin to give her, she took my lute as payment. Please talk to Arkishan. I begged her to return my lute so I might earn the coin to pay her, but she refused to give it back. She suggested another game of riddles, but I have nothing left to gamble. She should be just up the road by the hatching pools, waiting for another mark. She's crafty. Don't let her trick you into large bets. It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy to the hearts of sullen audiences and tears to the most stoic warriors. I've yet to find its equal. I sought a shortcut to buying a home in Stormhold. I thought myself a match for that scaly trickster, but my mind blanked when confronted by her riddles. I should have stuck to musical competitions.
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools? I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost at gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back? I ask no gold, merely your time and effort. You will play a game of riddles with old Akishan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the lute. Excellent. This will be fun. Let me know when you're ready to hear the first riddle. Good. Here it is. Dripping crimson, it washes across battlefields. Both friend and foe fall in its wake. The few who defeat this undying enemy surrender to its cold embrace. Ha! Perhaps that was too simple. Are you ready to hear the next riddle? Prepare yourself. It runs smoother than rhymes. It falls but cannot climb. It trembles at the lightest touch, yet can carry the heaviest of burdens. Its sweetness soothes the spine. What is it? Ha-ha, correct. You're good at this. One riddle remains. I hope you're prepared for it. Ah yes. This should get you thinking. Destroyer of kings and maker of merchants. It brings high men low and low men high. A wise man's vice, a fool's folly. Excellent! That is the very riddle upon which Gandranen lost his lute. His greed cost him his most prized possession. As promised, here is his lute. I hope this experience has taught him the price of greed.
Did you get my loot from Akishan? By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood! I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back, and more, when they hear me play in Stormhold. Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his lute are soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly. You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend.
The temple appears as a nest disturbed. The dark elves swarm around.
I don't even want to think about the kind of creepy crawlies that are in here.
Not there. Like it was scraped out with some kind of tool. Magic of some kind, it must be. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jekos, I thought you were one of them. This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Ayleid necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters. Unknown, some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left none forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no? Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal? If it is big, leave it, and sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it, and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well. As you see, Zara is Zara. Joined the guild, but that wasn't for me. Too much sitting and waiting for orders. Bah! Alkosh waits for no one. Why should Zara? Mages, to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. It's easy to see how things become lost. Then again, there is a guild for that too. Just as one finds things that are lost, another may lose things that are found. There is profit in both. Neither much tolerates the competition. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the years. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. Do you feel that? Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. There! Zara was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of ascension is ours. Travel to Alten Koroman to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
Marius has grown very impatient. I'm almost certain he'll use the poison for personal gain. It can't fall into his hands. I'll get it as far away from Marius as possible. You've saved numerous lives today. Marius, I'm onto your treachery. You won't get this poison. Thank you for entrusting the poison to me. I'll dispose of it safely.
If you... What are you looking at? When Rhea's spell fades, she'll pay for this outrage.
You're not here to complain, are you?
What? The pain's gone! I feel strong again. Fully healed. Where's my father? I must go to him. Dead? Then the guides told the truth. Thank you for my strength and my life. I'll visit Moloch's fury upon our clan. They'll pay the blood price for abandoning my father and me. When I leave this place, I will need all my strength. I thank you for my life. Return to my clan's stronghold. Depose Glurig and exact the blood price for my father's death. If they'd marched with him, he'd still be alive. My people would still have a worthy chief. Glurig told them a woman was not worth the effort, no matter her strength. According to my sister, Glurig seized power when we left. She sent word he'd even taken my father's wives for his own. Coward. He dared only with my father gone. Mozgosh, daughter of Gordag, whose blood is Moloch's by honor and strength. Through our shared blood, his strength is mine. An assassin attacked my father. I snapped his neck, but he grazed me with a poisoned dagger. My father and I came alone to find a cure after the clan refused to march together. Gordag, chief of the greatest Orkhold in Skyrim. Dead now, but with honor. Now Glurig rules the clan. A coward sitting in my father's seat. I plan to. Code be damned, I am stronger than that coward! I'll see him pay the blood price, or die while cutting his throat. If no one else in the hold will challenge him, I must.
You made it! I wasn't sure if you would. I haven't had a drink in days, but if you've got the ingredients I need, it's time to celebrate. Give me the meat, quietly. Veenaza is here and he's suspicious. But if he doesn't see you pass me the ingredients, he'll have to admit I won the bet.
What a fortuitous event, meeting you here. I hope your hunting went well. Settling a bet with my friend Angwe. She disparulted my profession, and I mean to see that she is properly punished. You know something about our wager, I believe. My gratuitousness knows no bounds. I'm not certain my reputation would survive the humiliation of paying off this bet. Here, take this. It may not help a hunter of your obvious adroitinosity, but you deserve something for your efforts. Your perpetuity has been exposited. Now pay up, Angwe.
Veenaza is a hunter. He hunts both east and west. If you ever need a hunter, Veenaza is the best. I'll never be able to show my face in Hissmir again.